Hi, in this video, we're going to continue the OpenAI connector journey in Axway Amplify Fusion. And recall in the first two videos, we created a connector for OpenAI. Here's our connector. And basically, we selected the model. I switched to GPT-4 Turbo for this video because it's more sensitive to temperature. Which is one of the settings, and of course we added our API key. So we did that in the first video. In the second video, we used the response format settings for setting a JSON schema so that the response would always be JSON. And in this video, what we're going to do, and I've already cloned the project to OpenAI Test 3. In this video, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the other settings. We're going to take a look at, in particular, max tokens and temperature. And what we're going to do here is, let me show you the prompt. So the prompt is, you're a creative professional AI copywriter that writes engaging and concise marketing content. And the message I'm going to request or send is, write a short product description for a new eco-friendly stainless steel water bottle, make it enthusiastic, named it for busy professionals. And we'll take a look at using different max completion token values and also different temperatures. And if you want to learn about those settings, you can go to the OpenAI API reference, and you can take a look here at max completion tokens, and you can also take a look at temperature. Max completion tokens, so every request requires some tokens for the request and obviously for computing the response. So max tokens is just going to put a max value on it, which means you might get responses that are cut off in the middle or simpler responses if you have a low value. And the temperature is going to make the output more random and verbose and floral, you could say, where lower values would make it more deterministic. So what we'll do is, let's just check my prompt, make sure that's set correctly. Yep, that's as I just described. And the message is as I just described, and I'm not going to set any of these settings. And let's just run this by clicking the test button, because it is a scheduler trigger. Okay, so here's a response. Let's take a look at this, and success. And the message is right there. Let's download that. Let me click on that. And so this is no settings at all. So this would be the default values. And wow, look at that. Refresh your day, feel good about doing your part for the planet, created from durable, high quality stainless steel, sleep-proof design. So very verbose, very detailed. So now let's set the max completion. Well, let's also check here the token usage, which is part of the response. And you can see total token count is about 290. So what we'll do now is let's set the completion token to quite a low value and see what happens, leaving the temperature at its default value for that model, whatever that is. And let's test that. Okay, let's see what the response is. And so there it is. If I bring it here into my text editor, you can see stay hydrated and eco-smart with the Aquasleek stainless steel water bottle, designed for the busy but professional. The Aquasleek, so it's making up even marketing names, but it got cut off in the middle. And let's see what happens. Even though we needed 300 for this big verbose setting, let's see what happens with 200. Let's set this to 200. Should get us closer. Okay, so here's our response. And now let's see what we have here. Okay, it's longer. We have to download that. And let's see what we got. Okay, so that's better. It's not quite as long as that, but it is pretty good. So we got a slightly more verbose version. So now with that, let's increase the randomness to 1.2, the temperature that is to 1.2. And let's see what that does to our response. And let's save that and run that. Okay. And if I look at this response, okay, well, I gotta download that. That's quite verbose. Let's see what this does. All right. Oh, lots more icons. Not quite as floral or random as that. Is that true? Let's see. Stay hydrated and eco-smart with the esteemed eco bottle. Yeah, so it's actually making up marketing brand names for me. Esteemed eco bottle, efficiently designed for demand of restless schedule. So it's still constrained by the max completion tokens. So let's increase that to 400 and see what that does. Okay, let's take a look at that response. And expect this to be very flowery. Yeah, look at that. Although not so many marketing names. Eco sleek new stainless steel. All right, that's not as impactful as I thought. But anyway, so this is what you get with 400 tokens and a temperature of 1.2. Now let's lower the temperature down to 0, and this should become very corporate at that point. Okay, let's take a look at the response. And it looks like it's long, but kind of corporate. Okay, so stay hydrated and eat incredibly in your stainless steel water bottle. Look at this nice little feature list, key features, 24-hour temperature retention, leaf with design, perfect for office, gym, or outdoor activities. So not very flowery, kind of very professional. And if we run it several times, the randomness of the response should not change that much because the temperature is 0. So in this video, we took a look at 2 of the settings inside the OpenAI connection, max completion tokens and temperature. Max tokens being deprecated by OpenAI, but we still have it in there. And we saw its effect on the response. And the nice thing is these are variables. So in your integration, based on inputs you receive, you could be controlling this programmatically, or you could just set the values based on max tokens you want your integration to consume. Thank you.